Yes, yes. You can start, Vaishali.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Prabhudas Leeladhar webinar. This is the first chapter of technical analysis. It's going to be an introduction for intraday trading with the help of moving averages. Now, to those who don't know me, let me introduce myself. I am Vaishali Parekh, and I have been with Prabhudas Leeladhar for over 10 years. And I've been with the technical research. So all the trading strategies that you get to know from media, from our reports is generated from our desk. So what are all these trading strategies that we are talking about? It is basically formation of buying opportunities with the help of study of charts. That is what technical analysis is all about. Now, stock market is always the hot topic, and there are various participants. So some may be long-term investors, some may be positional traders, some may be just company-wise traders, some may be intraday traders. So, to suit ourselves, there are various trading opportunities, and we take help of technical analysis. And why technical analysis? Basically, one studies fundamentals to know the strength of the company, how good is the company to get into. So that is what we get to know, that what is a good company to invest in. But technical analysis, it helps us the buying opportunities, to locate and identify the buying opportunities. And that is what it precisely does. It gives us the idea as to when we can get into the stock or an index. So let's get started. Today will be the topic of intraday trading. Now, I shall start with my presentation. Now, what exactly is intraday trading? Intraday trading is you get into a buying opportunity and you exit on that very day, or you get into a sell strategy, means you short sell and you book your short sell trade the same very day. You do not carry your trades for the next day. That is the meaning of intraday trading. Now, intraday trading, basically for short sell and all, it is more so favorable for futures. And for cash, it would be good for buying and exiting that very day. So that is what we mean by intraday trading. Now, who exactly can trade? Who can do intraday trading? So the one who can take risks, because of course in stock market and equities, it's never a sure shot. There are winning trades, there are losing trades. So one has to be prepared for that. The other is that, when you are doing an intraday trading, you have to be close to the market. You have to watch it on a continuous basis. You cannot just say that, okay, I have bought my stock and we'll see whether we are getting our profit or no. You have to see how the market functions the whole day, check the volatility. So in short, you have to be glued to the screen to see how the stock or your index performs. And how can this be done? This can be done only with the help of a little bit of knowledge, which is, even if you have few indicators, which is totally learned by you, it would help you to get into intraday trades. So that is what we mean by intraday trading. Now, how would you choose your stocks, or how would you feel that which stock would be apt? Well, it's not like a trial and error basis. You need to do a lot of studies, a lot of homework, and a lot of observation. So since we have to square off the stocks that very day, how would you choose the stocks? Stocks, practically to start with, you would choose from the Nifty 50, because they should have good liquidity. The stock should be medium to highly volatile, because more often than not, it is the high beta stocks which give you good return. What do you mean by high beta stocks? So it is if the stock is compared, the movement of the stock is compared to the index. So if, say, the index is moving by 1%, but the stocks are moving much about that, we call it as a high beta stock. So stocks which show good volume, good volatility, those would be ideal to be chosen for intraday trading. So we would recommend to pick stocks from the large cap, the Nifty 50 stocks to start with. Now, what are the rules? There have to be some rules, some predetermined idea, method to get into the trade. So, well, more often than not, we often come across people that how do we choose stocks? What are the stocks to be chosen? How do we get into an intraday trade? So, well, there is a lot of homework. Normally, technical analysis is all about study about the price and the volume. So, stocks, of course, which show good volume. Now, when you, at the beginning of the day, when you are starting your trade, you have to be ready with your knowledge, your inputs, that which stock has got into a trend, which has come near the support levels. There are various methods of choosing, identifying your stocks for your intraday trades. So to name a few, well, it would be whether you are waiting for a stock for a breakout, for a reversal. So for that, your observation is very necessary. What are the previous highs? What are the previous lows? What is a reversal? What is a pivot point? So these are the various ways of identifying a stock for intraday trading. So the rules for intraday trading would be that please do your homework well in advance. So the previous day, post the market hours, that would be the ideal time to choose your stocks for the next day. So, well, even for Nifty and Bank Nifty, one would always have a look at the ATR, the average trading range. What do you mean by, if you see the candlesticks on a daily basis, the average the size of the candlestick. So what is the range that a particular stock or an index moves? So that would give an idea whether we are heading towards the low, whether we are heading towards the high, whether we are moving past the high. So that is what one needs to do. The homework has to be done in that way. Now, as the day starts, well, the first 15 to 30 minutes market observes a lot of volatility, lot of buying and selling happening in those few minutes. So that is just an observation period. One need not get into a trade, but just wait for markets to stabilize. And from there on, one can decide as per your strategy whether it is fitting well in your trading parameters. Now, when you see a index on the whole is on the downside, whether is it a falling trend or is it a rising trend, you normally choose your trend stock trading strategies in favor of the trend. So when it is a bounce back right now, right from 7,500, we have seen that Nifty is giving a bounce back. So at these levels, it would not be ideal to get into a sell trade, because the advanced decline ratio also is going to be in favor of a buying market, because we are seeing that there is short covering, there is buying interest from the support levels. So buy trades would be more favorable. So what do we mean by decide a trade in favor of the trend? When it is a rising market, choose for buying opportunities. When it is a falling market, choose your trades for selling opportunities. Now, when you are choosing, you have to have your predetermined setup, that is as to what would be your stop loss and what is the target that you would aim for. So for an intraday traders, I think one should observe a target of 1.5 to 2%, depending on whether it is a sideways market, whether it is a strong trending market, how good is the momentum. So on basis of that, you will be choosing your stock and then setting your stop losses and your targets as per your set methods. Then, of course, discipline is the key rule to get into a profitable trade. Now, there often happens that when you get into a trade, the trade does not happen as per your mind frame, as per your setup, but then you decide that, well, from a trader, you automatically become an investor, because you are going to wait for your price that you have already predetermined. Well, that is not so. When you are a disciplined intraday trader, you hit out or you get out. You book your profitable trade, and if your stop losses hit, we exit the trade. And you also need to have a flexible frame of mind, because, well, these days, as if you are familiar with the market, we are only seeing gap up and gap down. So you come with a set of mind that, well, today we are going to see a bounce back, but it is not so. It happens that, we see a gap down, or we see that the market is not holding on to the support levels. So we need to be flexible, because if you are an aggressive trader, if you are on the buy side, and if your stop losses are getting hit, you are going to then evaluate that, yes, this is not a buy trade, but it can turn out into a favorable sell trade. So this is what we mean by being flexible in thinking. So as soon as the trend changes, we need to be ready for the next setup. So that is how we need to be prompt. We cannot just stick to the set ideas that we have come with. Now, the other rules are that when you plan and execute, you have to have a favorable risk reward ratio. You are seeing that the stock is getting into a good momentum, but half the rally is already done, and yet you want to get into the trade. Well, that would not be a prudent way of doing it, because the risk reward ratio will not be in your favor, and it will not be a favorable trade. So risk reward ratio plays a very vital role in setting your trading strategies. Now, to start off with, to those who are beginners, I would strongly recommend study your chart, because today we are going to learn intraday trading strategies with the help of moving average. So I am sure this will be very helpful for beginners, and I would recommend that once you are getting into the trade, you start with paper trades. See how you are managing your stock. Let's start with Nifty, let's start with Bank Nifty, or few chosen stocks. And then you gradually, once you get the hang of it, once you get the grip of your strategies, you get into small trades whereby you do not use a lot of capital, whereby 2-3 failed trades gets you out of the market. That would not be ideal. So paper trade is a must to begin with, and then in small quantity and focusing only on few stocks to get the grip of your trading strategies. So let's get started. Now, how do we look out for trading strategies? As I mentioned, it could be a breakout strategy. What is a breakout strategy? Maybe when the stock is coming out of a consolidation, or when a stock is breaching the all-time high, we use the word breakout. So these are the words which we commonly use on a day-to-day basis. So people try to make trades out of breakout strategies. What is scalping? Scalping is getting into small trades and frequent trades with small profit margins, and you may get into multiple trades in the day. Momentum is when you see that the stock has suddenly picked up with a lot of volume, and you see that the stock is getting into the momentum. That is what we mean by a momentum trade. Reversal is, in a common language, we say that when the trend is in a falling trend, or it's a moving upward trend, and we see the reversal, that is when the stock starts making lower lows, we say it is a reversal. So that is an item when stocks when an index or stocks are topping out or bottoming out, and you see a reversal occurring whereby the stock refuses, when it was a falling market, when the stock refuses to make lower lows and tries to stabilize and gets back into an upward move. And we may see this reversal with the help of the RSI indicator or the crossover of moving average. So that is what we mean that the stock is into a reversal. So you identify your trades even with the help of reversal patterns. Now, what are pivot levels? Pivot levels are basically all calculations on the basis of the previous periods, high, low, average of previous periods, high, low, close. And these are all inbuilt probably in many of your trading platforms that you use. Even in our PL mobile app, we have all these scanners. Under all the scanners, we have our moving averages, we have our support and resistance. So pivot levels help us to see what would be the resistance. Normally you get on a day-to-day basis your resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3 level, and the support 1, support 2, support 3 levels. So these are the normal pivot levels. So how do we trade from pivot levels? So when the stock is already fallen, and if you have your stock price below the pivot level, you would try to look for a buying idea. So then you know that when the stock has taken support at the support 3 and it gradually goes to the support 2. It gradually, so this is how you set your trading strategies, putting your stop losses below the support levels, and gradually when it accelerates in momentum, you get your targets. The resistance would be your main pivot level. So again, you would have a relook. Once it sustains above the pivot level, then you would be going towards the resistance 1, the resistance 2, the resistance 3. So this is how all these scales, basically one needs different types of scales to get into a trading strategy. So these are all the scales that one can use to form a trading strategy. Now we come to our topic of moving average. So what are moving averages? Basically, it is a calculation which makes your price movement smooth. So there are different types of moving averages. It is a simple moving average, weighted moving average, and exponential moving average. So today we will be giving you some examples with the help of simple moving average. So it is basically a calculation of your previous time periods average of the previous few days. For example, if we are taking a 20 period moving average, so it would be an average of the previous 20 period, and that would be the price. So how does a moving average help us in our trading strategies? Moving averages help us in identifying a trend, in identifying reversals, in identifying the bottoming out, in identifying the peaking of the stock. So that is how a moving average, it also helps as a support and a resistance. So when normally in a day-to-day, we often hear 200-day period moving average plays a vital role. So when we say that the stock is an outperformer, or it is much better than Nifty right now, because right now Nifty is below the 200-day moving average, and there are few stocks which are above the 200-day moving average, and we compare it and we say that they are outperformers. Or when the index is on a higher, about 200-day moving average, and the stocks are below, then they are non-performing stocks. So this is how moving average, they play a vital role. So let's get started with a few examples that I will be showing. How does a moving average help us? Because I would personally say for a intraday trading, few indicators would be ideal, because the more you put, the more confusion you get into, and I would strongly say that less is better for intraday trading, because by the time you try to get a confirmation from all your indicators, you have lost your trading opportunity. So moving average, according to me, for beginners and for everyone, it plays a vital and a very, very easy way of learning how to get into intraday trades. So for an intraday, it could be a 5-minute chart, it could be a 15-minute chart. So I would choose a 15-minute chart, because to cut out all the volatility, to get into a steady trade, 15-minute works well for me. And on that, I would be using a 20-period moving average. So for example, if these are the rules which I have made. When there is a crossover, when the price moves above the 20-period moving average, then it gives me a buying opportunity. Same way, when the price falls below the moving average, it would be making a sell strategy. You would try to get a trade whereby you always make your favorable risk reward ratio. That is, you will make your stop loss below the move, for a price below the moving average, the low of the previous candle below the moving average. And when it is in a sell strategy, it will be the stop loss of high, the candle above the moving average. And for an intraday, aim for a target of 1 to 2%. I will be talking about trailing stop losses also, and how moving average is going to help us as a support. That would also be very, very helpful in learning our trading strategies. So as I just spoke, for sell strategies, we have to see that when the momentum is stronger, and we see that the stop losses are supposed to be elevated. So when you have, for example, if I buy a stock for a price 50 and my stop loss is 45, the stock is gone to 55, I still want to hold the stock, and I want to now uplift my stop loss to 50 level, that is my buy price. So that is how we talk about trailing stop loss. So this is how we would get into a trade and make your trade a profitable one. So trailing stop loss would also help a lot. So that this is how we would be forming our trading strategies. Now this is an example of Nifty, which is a 15 period chart, and look at how the stock has performed, our index has performed. We see the first arrow on the left, it was a gap up opening. Well, it sustained over there, and how do you buy? Because with a gap up, it is not really ideal to get into a gap up, but the minute the price goes above the first high of the first candle, it would indicate that the stock is gaining strength, further strength for the day, and your stop loss over here would be a bit too much. But well, let's try it out. In this, it has been a favorable, but otherwise we may just take as a low of that very first candle. That would be our stop loss for the day to minimize the stop loss level. So this is how it has helped us. It is just one indicator right now which we are seeing. It is a moving average. In subsequent webinars, we will be using the RSI and all the other indicators in sync, how to get clarity. But for today, it is just simple moving average, and look at the clarity, the smoothness of the moving average, and see how we get into a trade. We see a good rally. So this is where the first move that we have seen, we have got our trade much more than 1%, and this is where your trailing stop losses would work. So we have got into a favorable trade. Now subsequent, as soon as the price crosses below the moving average, we are showing a sell arrow, the red arrow, which indicates a sell trade. So that is what we are now probably exiting our buy strategy, because it is now showing weakness. In fact, a wise way to do it is, well, one needs to be cautious the minute the stock touches the moving average. That means it could be ready for a support, for again a new trend to start, or it is the end of that particular trade. It could be the end of that particular swing trade. So well, this is how we try to book our profits. And aggressive traders who want to take the risk of getting into both the buying strategy as well as the selling strategy, you are always in the market. You do not deprive yourself of not doing anything. So here in Nifty, well, we are doing buy and sell on a single day. So we have enjoyed our profit. The minute it crosses the moving average, we will now, for surety, we will wait for one more candle. Let's see the first candle. The close of first red candle gives you a sell opportunity. We shall take the trade which goes with the second candle, which is going below the low of the first candle, and our stop loss would be the first green candle that we see above the moving average, which will be the stop loss. So we are getting into a favorable risk reward again. And well, as we have already seen the rally, we would just book out on maybe 1%, 1.5%. And when you see, there is another way, when the stock stops, the momentum of going further low stops, you may also book your profit. So you can't be greedy on an intraday trading. Once your profit targets are met with, just get out of the trade and wait for another signal. So this is how we are showing in Nifty. We are getting multiple trading strategies, and just with the use of simple 220 period moving average on a 15-minute chart, it gives us ample of opportunities to make your trades favorable. Now, one more thing I would like to bring to your notice is that do not miss out on your, if you are a disciplined trader, what happens is, well, when the market is sideways, you often get into failed losing trades, and we lose hope and we just stop trading. But by doing that, we may more often than not lose out on the big fall or the big rise which is to come in subsequent days when we do not get into the trade. So if you are regularly into your trading strategies, well, you have to make your provisions right, whereby you can afford to get into all your trades and do not miss out on the big rally when you get an opportunity, because that big rally, the big trend that you get, it often makes up for the failed trades. So the beauty of getting into the buy as well as the sell is that well, you don't miss out on any of your opportunities, because we still most of us are in a bullish mind frame. We always look out for buying opportunities and we do not get into sell trades. But well, in a falling market, this would help, and this is what we need to get into ourselves, that whenever a sell opportunity, the indicators are favoring, get into both sides of the, that is where the futures and options help us, and that is where it will help us to make money either ways. So this is the example of Nifty. Now I shall get on to Bank Nifty. Now similarly, it is the same 15 minute chart with a 20 period moving average. See how beautifully it works. The similar time we have taken, again a gap up. As I said, we get into the trade because it is a gap up. The stop loss will not be in our favor. How would you get into the trade? Wait for the high to take place. The first candle, the high going above the first candle, indicates further strength of the trend, and the stop loss could be just the, but well, over here we have hit out on the stop loss, but in this we would be looking for higher lows and then getting into the trade, so you do not miss out on your trading strategy again. So again, when you see that when the stock is coming closer to the moving average, it is an exit opportunity. Wait for another move. Let us see what happens. We see that it breaks the moving average and it falls. Again, you are getting a return of over a 1%, maybe more. And then again, there is a gap up opening, but you wait. Now let us see, if you have missed out with a gap up, what are the next which are the other ways possible that you can get into the trade? Wait for the stock or the index to come towards the moving average. Observe the stock. Is it taking support of the moving average or is it breaking the moving average? So in this particular example, we are seeing that over here it is taking the support of the moving average and we are proceeding further with the trend. So this is one more way whereby the moving average is helping us. It is showing that the stock is taking the support of the moving average and it is giving us further buying opportunity. You could take a stop loss of the previous low and get into the stock, and now wait for your rally to take place. Again exit if you are not very confident. Again exit when the stock takes support of the moving average, because that is where it's indicating that there could be a scope of a reversal. So you may book your profit and then again wait for your buy signal to take place. So this is how Bank Nifty also helps us. I mean, you are getting on an average at least over 100 to 150 points for every trade. So this is what you want for an intraday trading. Now let us study some of the stocks as to how it would work on some of the stocks. Now this is State Bank of India, where we often talk about, because right now we are focusing only on the front line, the large cap. Well, it was last week we saw that there were a couple of stocks which gave a breakout. One of them, to name a few, was Hindustan Unilever. The pharma stocks, it was Dr. Reddy's, which did very well. So to those who are following us, well, these were our repeated recommendations. Britannia, all these, they gave out the breakouts, they gave good support from the moving averages, and this is how we inferred our came to our trading strategies. So now let's study SBI right now. See the same similar time frame, similar structure. We see a gap up, but we do not get into that trade because a big gap up and the price has already gone so high in the first trade. So what would we do? We wait for the stock again to see whether it is taking support of the moving average, and that's what it has done. And now we get into the trade, because over here your risk reward ratio would be very, very favorable. Take your profits, keep your trading stop loss, because here we see a big rally coming right from 179 levels to a high of 190. So this is how, well, the first high, the first swing we saw, it came up to right from 178, 179 to 187, 188 levels. So well, what more can one ask for in an intraday trade? So the discipline here would be, as you are progressing, as you are getting into the trend, try to lift your trading stop losses so that you maximize your profits, and exit once either your targets are met with or when you see a reversal. So this is how Your moving average is going to help you. Again, exit over here, there is no confirmation, there is no subsequent candle. It has pierced the moving average, but the subsequent candle is not breaking that low. So it is not giving you a sell strategy. In fact, it further goes high. So this is how you may miss out if your targets are met with. Wait for a clear signal and then get into the trade. So over here again you see that there is one round of consolidation. You may go into the failed trades, but doesn't matter, because if you are a disciplined trader, you have kept your trailing stop losses, you have kept your stop losses. So some of them could be your failed trades, some of them could be your gaining trades, but as long as the discipline is taken care of and as long as your strategies are well under control, there is not much to worry about. Now, if you see just how do you set another way of looking at your target levels, compare this high, the rally, what we see right from this arrow that we are seeing, the price that is above 184, we see a gap up. What would be your target besides seeing your candle by candle study? You will go into the past history, past data also. Look at this, there is a consolidation between the period right from 192 to 170, 182. So this is what we say that the stock is consolidating. What would you do in such a case when the stock is really consolidating? There is not much of a profit happening, there is not much of a trend definition over here. You be happy with small trading strategies because it is a sideways pattern. And you will see for the resistance as the previous high shows comes at 190, 192 levels. It is a word of caution over here. We book out our profits and we see the next move. Is it sustaining? This would be the reversal trade as well, because right from 192 you see that the stock has started making lower lows. So this is what we mean by reversal. So now you may reverse your trend trading strategy by keeping your stop loss. You know that 192 is the resistance level. You may put a few points higher as your stop loss and then get into a reversal trade. And now with the help of moving average, you confirm, there is a confirmation that there is a reversal because the stock is piercing down the moving average, indicating that there is some selling off coming in. So well, go through this ride of the downside journey, wait for the stock. Again, once again we see book your profit as and when you think it is right. Again, you see that the downward, you look for your support on basis of your past data. Again, you see that 180, 182 is the support, a very strong support level. You may book out and then time to observe, because this is where we are seeing that the stock is consolidating. Again, wait, we are getting into a next round of momentum. Stock is once again getting above the moving average. And when do you get into the trade? It is a big robust green candle. Well, do not get into this trade for safety purpose. For more clarity, go above this stock and put your stop loss below the moving average. The ideal level, well, there is a cluster of support over here at 182. So I would put my stop loss at 180 and try to get into the trade which is more so close to the moving average. In spite of the fact that we are seeing that the stock has gone up, I would take some position above the first candle and some position as it retraces, keeping in mind that now the stock is likely to take support of my moving average. And from here on we proceed and we see that there is just book your profit as and when your targets are met with and wait for the next signal. So this is how well, just one moving average has helped us to create many trading strategies. So as beginners, I would really say focus, because my observation over years is that each and every stock has a peculiar pattern of performing. It has a peculiar way of showing momentum. There is a peculiar style of showing support and resistance. The more you see the charts of that particular company or a particular index, whatever you are comfortable with, you try to see that, well, this is how the stock normally functions. So that is how it will give you an eye appeal. It will make your trading strategies easier. So as beginners, I strongly suggest focus on very few stocks, especially Nifty and Bank Nifty, because those are the indices which really give you good trading strategies for intraday. So you must start with Nifty and Bank Nifty, because that's where you will be able to learn just with your simple moving average. There is one more stock which I would like to bring to your notice. Let's go to that. And now that is ITC. Look at this stock. It is not a high beta stock. It seldom moves into big swings. It seldom gives us big swings, and this is what has happened. So if by chance you have chosen a stock which does not give you good price range, then you know this would be more apt for scalping, who are happy with just a 5-minute chart or a 1 to 3 minute chart, and they are happy with just minimum profits. But well, this is an example why I have chosen, because this is continuously showing you sideways move. Seldom does it get you big trades. So this is where for intraday trading it doesn't really work very well. It works well for long-term positional trade. So ITC is one stock. Even similar to this would be NTPC and stocks like these, which well, on a day-to-day basis do not give us good momentum, do not give us good swing trades. So those are not the ones. But well, if you see a Pidilite, if you see a Bata, if you see India Bull Housing, they go much faster than the Nifty itself. So those are the stocks right now. And of course, one thing which I would like to bring to your notice is also that when you are choosing your stocks, also it would be very ideal to study the sectors, because overall when you see that particular sector is gaining strength, choose stocks from those sectors. Because in the previous few days post the fall, we have seen that it was the pharma sector, it was the FMCG sector which has really performed well. And those if you would have chosen stocks from these sectors, they have more often than not given you profitable trades. Then whether it was a Dr. Reddy or it was a Biocon or it was a Cipla or anything, but overall, since pharma was doing well, that is one of the other ways, and which on a regular basis one should track, because that would help you to choose your stocks wisely. So this is it, friends, for today. I hope this has helped you, and do follow us for the coming week also, because I will be covering many other topics. Thank you for watching this, and please get back to us without any hesitation if there is any queries. So, Pawan, you have asked me that how do you quantify your stock selection? As I just mentioned, that it would be right if you choose your sector wisely, because you have your metal index, you have your bank Nifty, you have your pharma index. Study those sectors, and then accordingly you can choose your stocks. Okay, so there are various arrows which I have shown, but these are all different trading strategies, and that is why the blue arrows were indicating buy opportunities and the red ones were showing sell. So that is just a way of showing. So arrows were put by us. So ideal time to get into a trade. So if you are seeing a 15-minute chart, I would say at least wait for 15 minutes, then decide on the trade, because that is when market normally stabilizes. Well, if you're still not confident, wait for 30 minutes, start from 10 to 9:45. That would be also fine. So someone is asking me when to buy, when to sell. So as I said, always set your targets. Normally, one for an intraday trade, one would look for a target of 1.5%, 1 or 1.5%, and you then, of course, you gauge. As I told you, that one doesn't know how much momentum one stock is going to take. So we always keep our trailing stop losses. You automatically see, you compare the volume from the previous day. If the volume is getting higher, that means there is some buying interest occurring. So that is how you hold on to your stock and gauge your then of course I will be coming in the forthcoming webinars. I will be teaching you all on the support resistance on basis of Fibonacci and all also, so you will be able to more comfortable to set your resistance level, your target levels. Right now it was just the first one, so how a simple moving average is going to help you, that is how we have given you the examples. But subsequently you will be learning a lot with RSI, you will be learning a lot of Fibonacci ratios, so that will help you to make your own judgment, and I'm sure the trade will get easier. So friends, this is it for now. See you again on Monday. That's it. Thank you.